Pinot Noir.
Okay, cool. All right, we're here with D.O. Hughley, the original Kings of Comedy. I was wondering, who was your comedic influences, bro?
I mean, I have obviously the same, you know, I mean, George Carlin, Dick Gregory, Red Fox, Richard Pryor.
Fox.
But I think my greatest influence was Robin Harris. So
Okay.
I just thought he had a way of making the unaccessible accessible.
Cool.
So like he simplified. He was like comic for dummies.
And from the 90s, I remember like growing up seeing you on BET and like Def Jam and stuff. Were you always so political aware, like how you are now?
I don't know that I was always anything, but I think that at a certain point, whatever kind of struck me as mattering was what I talked about. And I think now people are so much more aware, and I think some of it just because we have a black president. There are many reasons, but I've always been aware of what was going on around me and had to try to find a way to kind of work that into what I was doing.
Cool. And for the young Kings of Comedy,
Right.
do you think we have to do LA and New York to be legit?
Well, I think that it's a global economy. I know motherfuckers that work for people in Russia but live in Modesto.
Okay.
So I don't think that that's true at all. I think that now, because of technology and because of all, YouTube and things like that you never had access to before, that people a world away can see you. So I don't think you have to go anywhere, but I think you have to be ready for what happens, and I think you have to be ready to meet whatever opportunities that avail themselves to you.
Now, I've been doing comedy for some years. I'm starting to do these little small town tours and stuff. I've seen some crazy stuff. What is your wildest story on the road?
Well, the wildest thing happened to me are two. One we're doing Kings of Comedy, and we were doing the Kings of Comedy. We stayed at these nice hotels, and they would always ask you what you like. So I wanted a bath and peanut butter cookies and milk. So I came in and then run the bath, and for some reason I never liked bath, but just the fact that somebody would do it for me was cool.
It worked?
Yeah. So I would get off, and so one day somebody splashed it in the water. I go into my hotel room. You can smell where the bath water is running.
Okay.
And I feel somebody, I hear like somebody splashing around the water. This chick was in my bathtub waiting for me. I'm like, I don't even. And the women don't care if she was beautiful, but that never happens.
Damn.
This bitch looked like Warren Sapp. And so it was so that was probably the weirdest thing ever happened.
And last question, your book. I want to tell you to shut the fuck up.
Right.
That's
You can say that you're a comic and we ain't already do that. I want you to shut the fuck up about the audacity of dopes is ruining America.
Have you got a lot of scrutiny over it? Has it been good, coming good?
The book's done well. Obviously, people have had a lot of positives.
So like some of the issues you touched.
Well, I had a good time writing the book. Obviously, it was something I loved doing. Some people dug it, some people didn't. I think that you're always comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable with getting whatever kind of response people organically give me. But I dug doing it. I'm going to do another book, and I'm excited about that too.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise.
It was a pleasure working with you last year.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. I'm giving a shout out to 1234 or 1234 to you square folks.